Hello everyone, it's Ed with Brain MTG. How are we going to discuss Magic? Everyone's got their opinion. Let's discuss.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Alright everyone, so what's wrong with Magic and how are we going to fix it? This has been a big issue in the past few months, month and a half, 2 months. I guess since the announcement of MTG 30 and then the worsening of the situation by the PR people from Wizards and Hasbro. Whew, that fireside chat, huh? Talk about a freaking fun times, absolute just train wreck. So opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got them. One, yes, and they all stink. I think, yeah. I messed that up real nice. So, yeah. So really, if you think about it, right, there's categories in terms of who's involved with Magic the Gathering. You have players, collectors, dealers, and LGSs, and even more. You have content creators as a category, right? So everybody's got an opinion on how to fix Magic. I mean, it's kind of obvious when you're talking about dealers and LGSs, like maybe don't reprint all of their singles equity away, the LGSs that is. Maybe don't freaking dump onto Amazon and undercut the dealers. Like, it's crazy what's happening at that level. I can't even imagine how it feels to be an LGS right now, especially a WPN LGS. I would feel betrayed, right? Now, you have players, you have collectors, and investors. Everybody hates the investors, but I feel like a lot of them already got out. And there's nothing wrong with investing. It helps make hype for the game, which attracts new people to the game. I feel like all investors really want is some form of stability. How to achieve that stability, that's a whole nother story, right? When it comes to collectors, I can tell you there's a few things that I, as a collector, want. I don't want them to abuse the reserve list anymore, obvious. But also, like, reduce the amount of freaking crazy different varieties and all this madness. Like, the variance has just gotten really insane. We had natural variants in the past, like, alternate 4th edition. Or even recently in Ultimate Masters, you had the Japanese print run and the US print run. You had it War of the Spark. You have it nowadays. Why isn't that the variant? Like, why does it have to be a million different packs and products advertised to each individual group? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, that would help. I think a lot of people would be happy by eliminating maybe set boxes and just having draft and collector, and maybe the draft doesn't have any special cards, like it's bare bones basic reprints, and the collector for all your variants. I don't know, maybe that would help. The whole we have textured cards in 1% of packs, and then we have them in every pack. Like, you can't do that type of stuff. Stability, that goes back to the stability thing. Now let's talk about players, right? They're getting a lot of reprints of stuff that they want. How are they getting them? In products that are way too expensive for them. Why wouldn't you have draft boxes with basic versions so that players can get all the copies of all the cards they need? I don't understand the logic of that. And the speed of release of products. How can any collector who likes to have, who has if you're a collector, you have a completionist mindset in the first place. So it's got to be it's frustrating nowadays. Try and even bother keeping up with all these products. And it's the same for the players, trying to maintain relevancy and trying to stay in the game. So there's a few things, right? I know a lot of people don't want to think about this, but the last time that a problem like this arose, the first time that it arose, we created the reserve list, right? That's what Wizards did. Second time, again, you locked down the reserve list. I guess that's kind of the solution, and if things get pushed too much further, I don't know. It might have to go towards expanding the reserve list. What was great about Magic back in the day, as a player, as someone interacting with the game, through just ripping some packs and playing, you end up with cards that over time gained value. This value has been destroyed and taken away, so much so that now you no longer get that equity over time. And it's kind of disappointing because players ended up being players, collectors with equity. And I don't see how that's not beneficial for anyone. Collecting tends to drive the hype side of things, and hype tends to bring in people. The player side of thing, yes, but when have you seen hype around that? Like, man, right now, players aren't that happy. Right now, collectors aren't that happy. Right now, LGSs and dealers aren't that happy. So, something's got to change, right? And when you're talking more general stuff, hey, what's it going to take? A full cleaning house? Getting rid of Marrow, or putting a freaking Hannibal Lecter thing over his mouth so he can't say anything and make the company seem like an idiot or seem like fools? Maybe get rid of that Cynthia Williams and Rasputin and all those people at the top. I don't know. What is it going to take? Mr. Cox? Freaking... I don't know, guys. It's crazy out there, and some changes need to be made. Let me know down below whether you are part of an LGS, or maybe you're a player, maybe you're a collector. Let me know what you think is a good change. I think one of the most basic things they can do, work on quality. Never hurts to work on quality, right? Freaking make foils that don't curl. That'll eliminate a lot of complaints. Yeah, if you're going to buy any cards today, remember to use my TCG player affiliate link. Like, subscribe, Patreon, channel memberships, all the fun things. Peace!
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?